Morning, everyone. I am back on Tuesday, December 11th, possibly. I don't know. But I'm driving along to work. Oh, I'm having a rough commute. People are pissing me off. Hitting yellow lights, slow people, freaking, like, go or don't go, like, really. But I was driving along and I felt the need to do a quick video kind of restating, restating would be the right word. What my intentions for this channel is and was. They are still the same. When I first started thinking about doing a YouTube channel, and I'm watching all these influencers and all the how do you do a YouTube channel and all this other stuff, and it got jumbled into all this like a second part-time job, and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I want. I mean, yeah, it would be great if I could start making income off of YouTube, but and they're like, you got to niche down and blah blah blah. And I just got too much going on in my head to be niching down. But the general idea has always been, my life's not perfect and I don't have everything figured out, but I'm fairly smart. I got some good ideas. Execution is always the biggest issue for me. Always has been. Hopefully won't always be, but who knows. Man, I got stickies in my eye. But my whole thought has always been, just to throw some life-helping advice out there, when it comes to money or health or attitude or, that's pretty much mostly money and health and attitude. Because I fully agree 1,000% that your attitude towards things and the way that you choose to perceive things can make, I can't even put it into words, the sizable difference that it can make in your life. It's beyond unimaginable. Especially for people that have dealt with, anxiety and depression and stuff like that, like I have. And do. Learning to just little by little change that and change the way that your thought patterns happen, man, it's just amazing, and little things like, hold on, I gotta set my cruise control. Little things like, my husband's very visually and auditorily aware of his surroundings at all times. And I am not. I never have been. I try to be, but I don't know. If it's I want to say it's because I'm in my head too much, but he's in his head a lot too. So it could just be the way that we grew up. He grew up in the LA Santa Monica area, and I grew up in a little tiny bubble in a wheat fields town, and we didn't lock our doors, and we left our car running at the gas station, and it's just a whole different upbringing. So, maybe that necessity made him more aware of his surroundings from an early age, whereas I didn't have to do that. I was in a bubble. I was in a church community, and pretty much most of my childhood was spent in that community, and so my little naive self was safe all the time. So, anyway, but we'll be out, and, he'd be like, oh, that person's mean-mugging you. Or that person said this, and I thought that was rude, and why are they saying that? And I am completely oblivious to that shit. I don't notice if somebody's giving me a dirty look. I don't notice if somebody's making comments that are kind of underhanded jabs, because at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. Give me nasty looks all you want. It doesn't change a damn thing about my life, or a damn thing about how I feel about myself. You know, that's on you. That's not on me. I could care less. your little underhanded, comments, usually I'm so ridiculously the opposite direction that I will, answer it and just be like, oh yeah, ha, 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 and not realize that they're trying to poke and jab at me because I don't care. And I can't understand people that go around doing that everywhere they go. Like, get your life. Don't worry about my life. Don't worry about me. You do you, boo, and I'll do me. So, he gets kind of frustrated because I'm just completely oblivious to all of it. But really, it boils down to that I don't care. I don't need friends. I have the people that I choose to keep in my life, and even though none of us really talk that much because I keep myself pretty isolated, those are the people that I'm cool. I'm good. I don't need more friends. I don't need people to like me. I do need my coworkers to like me. There's definitely, my supervisors and all of that. I have definitely a need for them to like me. But outside of that, if you ain't affecting my ability to pay my energy exchanges, and you're not affecting, sorry, it's bouncing so much, my ability to have my peaceful little corner of the world in my home, I don't give a shit. I don't care. So yeah, just being able to adjust your attitude to where those things don't matter and they just roll off your back, like water on a duck. Boy, that can bring a lot of peace to your life. And I think when you're able to do that, then you can start focusing on making you better. What do you need to improve on? And I don't have all the answers, obviously, because I'm all over the place and scattered all the time. But I'm hoping that somewhere in some of these videos, somewhere is a tidbit that flips a switch for somebody, and little by little I can make a difference in people's lives somehow. And as far as the money thing, I'm not rich. I'm not making a whole ton of money every hour. I'm still exchanging my time for money, which is a bummer, but I'm working on it. I'm not the doctor trying to give medical advice, but I am smart with money, and I'm able to put things in a way that's like straightforward, like don't get Starbucks coffee every day. Don't get Starbucks coffee 3 times a week. Put that money in a jar. Take that $5 or whatever it is. I have no idea because I never buy that stuff. Starbucks coffee's bitter. I don't like it. Seattle's Best is good though. But maybe that's because I'm from Washington State. I don't know. But have it be a treat. Things like that where you're spending more money than you probably should. Make the effort to start making your coffee at home. As if you need it fancy, and you don't want to go cheap, that's cool. But if you can compromise in the middle, between the cheap and the expensive, over the long haul, that's going to save you money. But at the same time, life is short, and if that's your little treat in the world, buy the expensive coffee. But it needs to still be less than going to Starbucks 3 times a week. And then, put that $5 in a jar and add it up and buy yourself, something that improves your life, like a new quality pair of work shoes, or, a new purse or a new wallet because yours is falling apart, or a really nice warm jacket, or, something that's one thing I've been doing a lot more these days is spending money on myself. I never spent money on myself, and I would always, when I did, I got the cheapest crap I could get because, to be honest, I think in a subconscious way, I felt like I didn't deserve better. Instead of buying a whole package, this is just a strange example, but instead of buying a whole package of underwear, I would buy one pair because I could get one pair for $1 or $2.50 versus a whole package for $12. Well, I still had to turn around and buy more pairs as I went along because my old pairs were running out. My old pairs were wearing out faster than that one pair could carry, you know, so I was losing 2 pairs to 1 pair bought, you know, so now I go and I buy, like, if I find something I like, I buy 5 of them and then a package, you know, or socks. I would buy 1 or 2 pairs of socks at a time, and now I buy, you know, 3 or 4 pairs. If I find something I like, I treat myself. I've earned it. I deserve it. I work hard for it. You know, I still am cheap. I will always be cheap, and I'll always take freebies and hand-me-downs, but, you know, because that's just money that I still have in my pocket. So, you know, things like that. As far as money, I could go on forever. And then lifestyle, as far as health, you know, I'm not the healthiest person, and I only say that because I know that I'm always tired, I'm always drained, I got aches and pains, and that stuff's coming from somewhere. But I'll tell you what, my immune system is beast. My immune system is beast. I might get sick once a year, and it's like 2 or 3 days, because I constantly say that I reiterate, my immune system is a beast. It kicks anything that tries to come in. I don't even get like a little sniffly and icky. Like, it stops it. Boom, gone. So I really believe, because ever since I started really thinking that way and talking about my immune system being so strong and visualizing my immune system being strong, here's a funny little story. I was thinking about this last night. I don't know where it came from, but somewhere along the line I started visualizing my immune system, like when I would be laying down trying to go to sleep. I would visualize my immune system as, like, you remember those little green army guys from, like, I don't know, the 80s probably? So obviously your immune system's smaller than that, but I would imagine a whole pile of these little army guys, and I would be sending them out throughout my body to kick anything that might be in my body, harboring any infections or anything like that. And I'm visualizing this little green army men battalion, like, surging through my body, and anything they come across, like, I'm seeing them, like, kill it, or, you know, shoot it, or whatever, or attack it and kill it. And I think that's kind of funny. I don't know where it came from, but that's always what pops into my head now when I think of it. But, you know, I'm not vegan, and I'm not keto, and I'm not, you know, anything. I eat what I want when I want, and I'm very, 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 very blessed that I don't have, you know, any weight issues that go along with that, or any sugar issues that go along with that. And I don't know if that's just overall because of how I've always eaten, or what. But I do know that the less processed stuff you eat, the better off you are. You know, our bodies back in the caveman days, they weren't designed to eat processed stuff. It was stuff off the land and the animals, and natural stuff that couldn't be processed or made out of nothing. You know, you couldn't put a bag of flour and a bag of sugar and some food coloring and make anything, you know. So some people could say the argument that our bodies have adapted to it over time, but the original design of the body was not to process processed foods, or food coloring, or pounds of sugar every year. I think they said the average person consumes like a 5-pound bag of sugar every year. That's like, open up a bag of sugar and start teaspooning some sugar in, and you'll realize quickly how nasty that is. Like, I don't know, but I can't really say much. I eat stuff with sugar all the time. You know, I put well, not sugar, but I put sweetener in my coffee, and I buy candy bars, and I drink soda once in a while now. I used to drink it all day, every day. Never was anywhere without a Mountain Dew until last year when I decided I was getting my teeth fixed. That plan hasn't really followed through, but I'm getting back on track with that. And now a Mountain Dew is like on Fridays, usually Friday and Saturday. I made it through the work week. It's my treat. It's my present to myself to have a Mountain Dew or two, and that's it. In between, I drink coffee and water. Speaking of which, our water machine at work is broken, and it really sucks because it's the best water in the building, and I'm not going to the other fountains where the water is nasty, so I hope they get it fixed soon, because I miss having my water bottle at work. We're not allowed to have anything but our water in their specified water bottle, so I miss my water, especially when we're doing 11-hour shifts. Oh, and another gripe about that, we're doing 11 hours now, and they didn't extend any of our breaks. So we still get a half-hour lunch and 2 10-minute breaks. You couldn't give us an extra 5 minutes somewhere? So we're supposed to go from 9 or 9:30 to 2 a.m. without a break. I don't get it. I don't get the mentality of that. And you expect people not to be miserable and not to start wanting to leave and not to start hating this place? Like, I love my job. I do. But shit like that really makes me sad. It makes me really sad that they care so little about the happiness of the employees. They just want numbers. They don't care if we're happy. They don't care that the happier we are, the better the quality of the work, the faster the work. When we're tired like this and you're putting 11 hours but no extra breaks, that puts everybody in I don't give a fuck mode. And we're going to just lollygag through our panels because we're upset and miserable and feel like we're being treated like shit. So how is that productive for the company? I don't understand. Anyway, so I was talking about the intentions of the channel, and I was on health. And yeah, so I'm not like here to preach about what you eat and what you put in your body, but I do like to throw out here and there, you know, just little seeds that might make you change your habits just a little bit. You know, just like when I had my husband on keto, I proved to him that if he just would shift the balance a little bit, that overall he's going to feel better and he's going to do better. I'm not saying like all of this is just gone and you only have this now. You know, nobody wants to live like that. Why do you want to feel like you're punishing yourself and you can't ever have any of this again? Nobody wants to feel that way. But instead of it being like this, once he saw how much difference the diet made, it brought it, you know, more like this, where it's, you know, a little more on the keto side and a little more of the things that are keto friendly, that are things he likes anyway, and a little less of the garbage. So, you know, that was my main plan, was to just get him to see what a difference it does make so that he could change the balances a little bit. Yeah. So that's my rant today. That's a long 20-minute video. I hope y'all have a good Tuesday, and I will be done in 12 hours. Talk to y'all later. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, leave me some comments. I had a brain fart. I had to think about what else I like to say at the end of the videos. So have a good day. Bye, y'all.